Misa confused. Misa quite a lot confused. Yusa confused?
Misa also confused.
Yusa confused. People, I think, are going to be very confused and macated. Hopefully we can give some explanating about what's going on in this episode. Episode 3 of Wandavision. But, like, maybe take it with a grain of salt because we don't really know what we're talking about either.
No.
We don't. Hey, NarendraTheComic and...
India!
No. We know the drill by now. We all know it. It's Nonsensei. India, a.k.a. Nonsensei. How about that? Nonsensei. Over here. You know how it goes. You know what it is. But today's episode, we don't know how it is. We don't know who's what. We don't know what's where. And I think that's what they wanted. I think they wanted
to throw us off. It started right in WandaVision, in colour.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the upgrade.
Nice change, because it was black and white before. It was interesting. It was fun. It was different. But, like, I'm glad that period is over now.
Yeah.
And we're getting into the story beats a little bit more. And hopefully more to come in the next couple episodes.
They've gone into the 70s now.
Yep.
They started off Wanda Prego, 4 months. By, like, 2 p.m, 5 months.
By 4 p.m, 6 months.
And it just, by the end of the day... Bam! Having babies.
There you go. I mean, we just took you through the whole episode, basically. And it's not just one baby. If you know from the comics, Wanda actually has twins. And this was something that was, talked about a lot, whether in this show, if they were going to go that route with it. And because of the way they structured the show and the way we just have no clue about it, but the way it seems is this is all in her head.
Yeah.
It seemed like they could really go down this path with the show. So maybe the kids will have more of a play in the story as it goes on, or maybe the kids just won't be in the story that much as it goes on. We just don't know.
That's really sad though, thinking about it, because if it's all in her head, then she has her perfect little family life and it just gets torn from her.
Yeah, well, that's what it seems like, because there was that moment where Vision basically questioned what was going on, and the screen blipped like to prior and redid the scene and reshot the scene again, and we thought, wait, has there been a mistake? Because it was obviously the way it was shot, but that was the way they wanted to do it, because she basically said, no problems here, everything's normal. And maybe she's setting all of this up herself, and that's why I think it's all in her head.
Yeah.
The question is SWORD involved in this on the micro level, or are they trying to help her? Are they trying to contain her, or are they trying to help her, or are they trying to do both?
It could be either.
Yeah.
Or at this stage, we don't know enough. We just feel the uncanniness. We see the little bits of...
The glitching.
Yeah, the
from
glitching.
People.
We saw Herb next door glitching.
Spice, as I call him.
Spice. He was trying to mow the bushes... trim the bushes, and he went straight through the wall. And Vision was like, "You're right there, Herb." He was like,
I think you went too far.
Yeah, he was like, "I did," and he just kept going. And Vision was like, "I'll go. It's fine."
Weird. A bit odd there. And then the Doctor as well, how they use the Doctor. Vision used his powers by speeding.
Yeah.
Plus, he should have got there in like 1 second, to be fair. But even by speeding, the Doctor should have been like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then at the end, he said at the end of the episode, well, you never get out of the small towns, do you?
Yeah, you never escape them. And Vision looked at him like... It was almost like Vision was aware he was getting these hints dropped at him.
Yeah.
He was slowly coming to know it. But then...
At the end of the episode with Herb and... I can't remember...
Angela.
Angela, was that her name?
I think it was
I don't know. I don't know even the actress's name. I know the actress, but I don't know her name. She was basically talking to Herb, and they were like discussing Wanda and him, and I think they know what's going on, but I don't know what type of position they're in the story. We don't know.
What if... The thing is, like, I thought they were figments of her imagination in the previous episode, but now I think they're actually
humans.
People, but maybe they've been brainwashed.
Yeah.
Because they...
Mind wiped.
Maybe. But that's very Men in Black, you know?
It's SWORD, India. We're playing with SWORD here.
I get it.
It's basically Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Take S.H.I.E.L.D. and go aliens. That's SWORD.
Then maybe... What if they're all aliens? Wait, what if they're all the aliens from Captain Marvel?
Oh, Skrulls. You think they might be Skrulls?
What if they're all Skrulls pretending to be humans?
No, you know what, Indy? That's not a bad bet. That's not a bad bet. Captain Marvel was shit, but that is not a bad bet.
Because that's why they've all been... You get a place to stay, because they were refugees sort of within the galaxy, right?
Yeah.
You get a place to stay, they're safe.
You have to help out with our operations, though, as well. They could all be Skrulls, you know? That's not a bad bet. I like it. I like the storytelling there, if that's the case, because it kind of makes sense why they're all a bit weird.
Yeah.
Because they're not exactly human, but they're just trying to blend in as well as they can.
Yeah, because if they were Skrulls, they would deal with them being weird and the change from the 60s to the 70s.
But would Wanda be able to tell that they're Skrulls and not humans, though?
well, she's kind of in a weird place, so maybe not.
It's true.
She's actively choosing to be unaware of the
blocking
weirdness.
stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is weird. That is interesting.
Ooh.
I wouldn't put money on the Skrull theory, but it's out there and it's not a bad one. I've never heard it from the stuff I've read, but it's not a bad theory.
I just came up with it.
No,
just
you may have just done it. If it happens, then Marvel, you've got another writer here.
Please.
Just get it done. Get it done. Get her on board, because clearly she's thinking more than most people. But the thing is, overall with the story, there was also Geraldine, who we know to be Monica Rambeau in the story. Mm-hmm. She basically slipped up, potentially.
Yeah.
She got kicked out of the world, and it got shown that this is like some type of unit that's been set up. And she got pushed out of this like mini microverse. I don't know.
She got thrown. She got flung out of it, and there was this like force field-esque thing. So is this Wanda's own like world she's sort of built, and she's built it, and then Shield or Sword are trying to contain her, so they've kind of put a security net around her so no regular people can stumble into it because they would mess it up? Or have they put her in there?
That's the question. It has to be one of the two. It has to be one of the two, because the other thing is, when these kids are brought into the comics, it's sort of like they aren't really babies, because obviously Vision can't have kids, right? He's an android. But they're like not a figment of her imagination, but they're kind of created by a villain. I think it was Mephisto. It might be Nightmare, but I think it was Mephisto. And he basically did it so he could absorb the kids into himself again, because they're like demon babies, essentially. So I don't know if they're going to go that wacky with the route, but I think Mephisto does fit here with the way they're telling this. It could be Nightmare as well, because think about this. Like, a lot of these villains are Doctor Strange villains. Okay. Very mental, very dream-heavy. And when you look at Nightmare, it's obviously taken out your deepest, darkest nightmares. Mephisto as well is like a magical type of villain. It kind of fits here. And it kind of fits the vibe. Ooh. So I think it might be one of those two here that might be doing this to her as well. So then was Geraldine there to get a gauge on how far in Mephisto or Nightmare is into their plan? Were they used, because they can't tell because it's such a contained unit. Yeah. Maybe. But then if the Skrulls are the people in there, then they wouldn't need it's just so open still. It's so open. Episode 3, we're almost halfway through the season and we still know so little. Yeah. It's crazy the way they're telling this story, but I'm kind of into it from this episode. Yeah. Episodes 1 and 2 were a lot of fluff, a lot of filler, a lot of just like, what's going on? We don't know. This one is, we don't know, but we want to know what's going on. Yeah, because they left some breadcrumbs. I think this sort of inciting incident happened here with the babies, right? Yeah. So now we're going to see how they age, because it would be kind of weird now after they've zoomed through if they stay as babies for like an extended period of time throughout the rest of it. Because they are shifting through the decades, essentially. So maybe next episode is the 80s, and the one after that's the 90s. These kids, these might be 25-year-olds by the time we know it. Yeah. And then it's like, wait, are you going to include these guys in the MCU as adults? Are they real? They might not even be real. But then if none of the things in there are real, then how was Monica Geraldine allowed to get inside? Because she physically saw the babies and helped to deliver the babies. So are the babies real? Or maybe it's like a mental manifestation world. When you walk into it, you see the reality that is being lived in by everyone in that space. She doesn't live there. She's walking in every day into a Westview and walking out every night. Yeah. Right? That must be what's going on. It all happened because she mentioned Pietro as well. Like, they had a Quicksilver mention there. And Wanda had this look, which was like that Thanos death look that she gave Thanos before she was about to kill him. And it was like, oh, damn, Elizabeth Olsen. I'm telling you, underrated actress. People don't give it to her. Again, this episode, she killed it. Paul Bettany was better in this one as well. But there was a confirmed post-credit scene that was supposed to be there in Endgame that they cut. Sort of made the film a bit odd considering the way it ended. And it was that Wanda was given a bag, essentially, and Vision was in the bag. And it was a dead Vision, and he was black. It was the way you saw him, black and grey, like monochrome. And she was given the bag after the scenes of Endgame. And the theory is maybe she is doing this just with Vision. Maybe. And she's trying to create the life around them next to his dead body. I don't know. This is so much sadder. Yeah.
Oh.
Nuts. That one is weird, but that's actually true. The duffel bag theory with Vision.
Wow.
So, weird one. Weird episode.
Yeah.
But that's just this show in general. I liked it. I did like it. But still, unconfirmed, confirmed, nothing, unconfirmed, everything. It's just kind of how it goes. Anyway, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, the Mephisto himself is going to come after you. You don't want that. No. I don't know if I'll even be able to find an image of Mephisto PNG, no background, but I'll do my best. You don't want that. Do they want that?
No.
You really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
She's been Nonsensei. You've been great. And we'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. You've been doing it every day for over 2 years now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. Because we're hashtag
Never Not Here.
Never Not Here. Just how it goes. Just how it goes. We bring the bakwas every single day. Bakwas means?
Nonsense.
In Punjabi, and we also bring that. We bring a lot. We don't take a lot, but we bring a lot. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially
the same.
Yes, indeed. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.